What if a small burrowing animal could become one of the most famous weather predictors on Earth? No satellites, no radar, just a furry creature, a shadow, and a tradition followed by millions. This is the remarkable story of the groundhog, a humble mammal that quietly shaped folklore, seasonal rituals, and popular culture across generations. The groundhog, also called the woodchuck, is a large member of the squirrel family native to North America. Despite its calm, almost comical appearance, it is one of the most capable underground engineers in the animal world. Its compact body is built for digging. Powerful forelimbs, curved claws, dense bones, and strong shoulder muscles allow it to carve through soil with surprising speed. A single groundhog can move hundreds of pounds of dirt while constructing a burrow system that may stretch more than 40 feet long. These burrows are not simple holes. They are structured underground homes. Many include separate rooms for nesting, food storage, safety exits, and even designated waste areas. Some tunnels have multiple entrances to allow fast escape from predators such as foxes, coyotes, dogs, and birds of prey. Abandoned burrows often become shelter for rabbits, skunks, reptiles, and other small wildlife, making groundhogs indirect contributors to broader ecosystem stability. Groundhogs are also among the few true hibernators in the mammal world. When late autumn arrives and food becomes scarce, they retreat underground and enter a deep physiological shutdown. Their heart rate can drop from over 80 beats per minute to just a few beats. Body temperature falls dramatically. Breathing slows. For months, they survive entirely on stored fat reserves. This extreme seasonal adaptation fascinated early rural communities who viewed the groundhog as a living seasonal clock. Because groundhogs disappear underground and reappear near late winter, people began associating their emergence with seasonal turning points. Long before modern meteorology, farming societies depended on natural signs, plant budding, bird migration, and animal behavior to anticipate weather patterns. The groundhog became one of those living indicators. The weather prediction tradition linked to groundhogs has roots in older European customs. In parts of Germany and other regions, people once watched hedgehogs or badgers around early February to forecast how long winter would last. When German immigrants settled in North America in the 18th and 19th centuries, they found no hedgehogs, but they did find groundhogs. The role transferred. A new folklore was born. According to the tradition, if the groundhog emerges and sees its shadow, it returns to its burrow, signaling 6 more weeks of winter. If it does not see its shadow, spring will arrive early. Whether meteorologically accurate or not, the ritual persisted because it was memorable, symbolic, and seasonal, a midpoint celebration between winter's depth and spring's hope. Over time, the custom formalized into Groundhog Day, celebrated every February 2nd. The most famous ceremony takes place in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, where a groundhog known as Punxsutawney Phil is presented to the public at sunrise. A ceremonial group announces his prediction, often with theatrical language and humor. What began as a local folk custom grew into a national media event, broadcast on television, covered by journalists, and followed online worldwide. The tradition expanded further through film and storytelling. The movie Groundhog Day, 1993, turned the animal into a philosophical symbol of repetition, growth, and self-reflection, embedding the creature even deeper into global pop culture. Today, many people recognize the groundhog more from the holiday than from the animal itself. Yet beyond folklore and festivals, groundhogs are biologically and environmentally important. As herbivores, they feed on grasses, leaves, crops, and wild plants, influencing vegetation patterns. Their digging aerates soil and improves nutrient mixing. Their tunnels affect water drainage and root growth. In ecological terms, they function as small-scale landscape modifiers, subtle but meaningful contributors to habitat structure. Groundhogs also show surprisingly complex behavior. They are mostly solitary, but maintain territory awareness through scent marking and vocal signals. They can climb trees when necessary. They are strong swimmers. When threatened, they emit sharp whistles or chirps, which is why in some regions they're nicknamed whistle pigs. Despite their slow, waddling walk, they can sprint quickly over short distances when alarmed. Their yearly cycle is tightly timed. Mating season begins shortly after hibernation ends. Young are born in spring and grow rapidly through summer, learning to dig and forage before facing their first winter. By autumn, each individual must build enough fat reserves to survive months without food, a high-stakes biological countdown repeated every year. Interestingly, modern science has studied groundhog hibernation to better understand metabolism, organ preservation, and even potential medical applications related to low-temperature survival states. Research into hibernators has influenced discussions about long-duration space travel and trauma care, showing how even familiar wildlife can inform advanced science. There is also a quieter lesson in the groundhog story. Humans often elevate ordinary animals into cultural symbols when they intersect with seasonal rhythms and shared experience. The groundhog became legendary not because it controls the weather, but because it appears at the exact moment people are eager for change. It represents anticipation, transition, the promise that winter will not last forever. From underground tunnels to international headlines, the groundhog's journey shows how nature, belief, and tradition can intertwine. A creature built for soil and survival became a storyteller of seasons, a reminder that meaning often grows from observation, imagination, and repetition across generations.